मोहम्मद का परचम लहराता चला जा.
So Alhamdulillah, today we're in Montreal, spreading the message of Islam to anyone in whatever shape we can, doing street campaigns in downtown Montreal.
The major difficulty we face and that we continue to face in all these small towns around the Montreal area is obviously the language barrier. We speak very little French, and when we meet people who only speak French, it becomes very difficult to properly convey the message. So that's one of the main barriers we face. Besides that, the response from the general public has been very nonchalant and sort of pushy. They're not very responsive to the message we're giving them, and in some cases, people feel like we are attacking their personal space and freedoms. We spent an entire day in Montreal downtown handing out flyers and asking people if they had any questions about Islam. While we were handing out flyers, I was walking around the block and I noticed that some of the flyers we were giving people were disposed of in trash cans. They were on the side of the road in mud, covered in mud, and flying around on the streets.
जगमगाता चला जा.
D'abord, comme je disais tout à l'heure aux amis, ça commence la paix en nous. Si on est des gens de paix, qui vivons dans la paix du cœur, bien ça se reflète autour de nous. Alors, une fois, une personne, je parlais en haut à l'Assemblée, puis une personne m'a dit, il y a une grande paix qui sort de vous. Bon, j'ai dit oui, ça ne vient pas de moi, ça vient de lui. Donc, la paix, ça commence en nous et ça se propage autour de nous.
So in small towns, sometimes you notice that there's a bit more of narrow-mindedness. They're not used to people coming from outside into the town. And you know, this is something that's part of human psychology. We know that humans don't like change. And so naturally we understand that there will be some apprehension. There will be people that will be adverse to us, that they will not like us coming into the town. But the thing is, when you know your message is powerful, and that's what we know with Islam, the message is so powerful, it's so true that it just touches the heart straight away. So our job here is just to give that message. We're not trying to convince anyone, we're just trying to make them hear it. And we know the message of Islam is so strong in itself that it will change the hearts in itself. Another thing I've noticed here is that, you know, people are growing in the rationality of their religion. They're actually thinking about these things. And they've started realizing, a lot of Sunni Muslims in fact had this belief that I was quite surprised of, because we always assume that the Sunnis, with their teachings and making sure that everyone knows, we thought that every Sunni has that firm belief that Jesus is in heaven still alive. Yet we actually met a lot of Sunnis who through their own rational ideas have decided that no, Jesus must have passed away, but they just don't know the next step. And alhamdulillah, we were able to provide them the next step.
ここで私たちは4日間の布教活動を得て、さまざまな方々と連絡先を交換することができました。中にはイエス、彼に神の祝福あれがすでに亡くなられたと信じている方もいましたし、さらにアーマディアにすごく関心を向けている方もいました。
लहराता चला जा